How's it going, YWC? Guy on the internet who doesn't like reviews. GFW. Wow. Look, not a bad show. The best way to describe it would be this was empty cars. Yeah, you watched it and you kind of had to slow things down or just think about things a little bit more differently. It's kind of like they wanted you to already know storylines and kind of have a backlog of wrestling history when you watch this show. And let me say this about GFW real quick. I'm not going to judge it too harshly. No, not because I'm a TNA fanboy, but because it's under new management. And really, for them to get the ball rolling, it's going to take at least 2 to 3 months. It's the same thing with the whole Billy Corgan situation when he was a part of the creative. They were just not getting the ball rolling with that. Then he left. And it's like, I'm toe deep, but I'm not really whole foot deep into the water of Billy Corgan. And now you got the animal stuff. And you're like, okay, I'm easing into it. Oh, it's GFW and Jeff Jarrett's back in control. I gotta see how that goes. I don't know. He might have pissed in the water. He might have pissed in this water, bro. Then you start with this show. It starts out with LAX and Alberto Del Rio. And look, I know a lot of people hate it when TNA characters or people bring up WWE, the WWE. But look, we can't live in this society of wrestling where only Ring of Honor, New Japan, basically every other company can mention WWE or their past experience of WWE, and they get a pass. Oh yeah. And then when TNA does it, it's like, oh my God, TNA, you're bringing up WWE. How dare you? I'm offended right now. I am wholly offended that you mentioned WWE. We can't do that. You can't act like a guy that came from WWE didn't wrestle in WWE. You can't do that. And when they want to bring up his past or something that happened, and they want to make it a part of the storyline, you can't be offended. Oh, they're just bringing it to for. Yeah, it's trying to be a more reality-based story. So Conan calls out Alberto, and he's like, "Look, I want you to join LAX because of the stuff that happened to your grandfather, you, your father." How you were disrespected in WWE, how it went viral, you got fired, all this stuff. Help us take back control of wrestling, starting from TNA and even the new management. I want this Latino revolution to start within TNA, and I need your help. And these are the reasons why. Because of stuff that happened in the past, what they did to Rey Mysterio, what they did, even though it may not be true, some of the stuff is made up for, the storyline that, Mexican people, some of them were disrespected. And I'm not going to say that Alberto wasn't in WWE because obviously it was a real story and all the other stuff that happened. So they're trying to implement all that into it, a way to sort of influence Alberto to join and the reasons why. And Alberto's pretty much like, look, I'm not a faction guy. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. I stand on my own 2 feet. I deal with stuff as it comes. And Conan just says, look, okay, you're not going to join us. Beat him up. They beat him up. Out comes Lashley to save Alberto because of what happened last week in that match or whatever. So, and then they set up a main event. LAX, the tag champions, versus Alberto and Lashley. It was a pretty decent open segment. Then next you had, moving forward a little bit. Oh yeah, you had a pretty nice thing where you had Impact Wrestling dedicate a video package or a little thing to the Orlando nightclub shooting victims or whatever. And then you had the mayor come out, and the mayor of Orlando said, "This is the best wrestling in Orlando." Shots fired. Shots fired. You kind of have to. You kind of have to do that because Impact has been in Orlando for how long? I would think it would be kind of bandwagony for him just go to NXT. Like, this is the best wrestling in Orlando. What, like, Impact's been here for like almost 2 decades, and NXT has been here for probably like, what, 5 years? Nah, no. And then you have moving forward. Oh, you have the first match, well, the second match, if I'm not mistaken, in the Super X Cup. ACH versus Andrew Everett. I enjoyed this match. ACH, the clothesline from hell into the handstand forward pop up. That was a nice touch. It was an ode to where he stays, Texas, but it also had like a sort of a new athletic touch. Look, I'm a big fan of ACH. I'm not going to deny it. I love the guy. I think he wrestles a hell of a match. And he also implements a lot of stuff that I enjoy, anime. Andrew Everett, even though Andrew Everett, I'm not going to lie to you, he's gotten kind of fat. And I'm not one to judge. I'm not one of those wrestling guys. He's out of shape. No, I don't really care as long as you can still perform the move. I don't care in the match. I don't care how big you get or whatever. I mean, look at fucking Cassius Ohno. When he was skinnier, he was all right. But now that he got big, he's like, I'm fucking amazing. I'm just saying that Andrew Everett, with the amount of weight he's put on, he's still pulling off some pretty fucking fantastic moves for an S Division guy. And look, ACH, I think he's the future of the S Division. If they really allow his character to shine and be the guy that he is, I don't know where they stand at with Andrew Everett, but he should be a centerpiece, a piece of the S Division. ACH ends up winning with the Spirit Bomb Brainbuster, which I think he used to do it like a Cradle Brainbuster, but I guess not. I guess he just changed it to a Snap Brainbuster. And at the end of the match, they brought up Austin Aries. Look, never say never. We could end up getting a Austin Aries ACH feud out of this S Division Cup. It could happen. It could happen. Hold on to your horses. Oh, he's gonna go to New Japan. He's gonna go to back to Ring of Honor. Possibly, but you know that they're trying to reach out to Austin Aries. If they brought up Austin Aries on TNA or GFW, it's going to be hard to get GFW into the vocabulary when watching Impact. But you know they're going to try to get Austin Aries back. And moving on to the next match. Let's see, moving on, going by the thing. Oh, you had the Gail Kim stuff. She's announcing that this will be her last year in Impact and wrestling overall, that she's going to try to go out on top. I kind of do agree that maybe a knockout probably should have came out there to maybe say something to her, but then again, who? I mean, you have the champion, Sienna, who already defeated Gail Kim and got defeated by Gail Kim. So, are you really going to go down that path again? Then you have Rosemary, who's in between, a tweener, sort of, or she's like straight babyface now. Either way, probably not in the best taste right now with how they're treating Rosemary's character. Laura Van Ness, they got her doing something way better. You have Ava Story, and I wouldn't even be able to take that seriously. I mean, Ava Story's hot, and everything like that. But come on, Ava Story, heel versus Gail Kim. Who do you really think on that feud? I mean, it would be nice if Gail Kim put her over, but her last year, and she's talking about she wants to go on top. Then you have Nova Girl, who really don't know anything about. Some other one. It's just when we haven't really been introduced to. So I mean, Angelina Love. Maybe. I mean, do you really want another Gail Kim Angelina Love feud? Despite how good their matches are, do we really want another one of those feuds? And it's gonna go to Sienna. I just hope that. I mean, they could do it where Gail Kim wins the belt and then like retires and then a tournament, but then they kind of kills Sienna's buzz a little bit. I mean, the best thing she probably could do would be to defeat Gail Kim in her last match, give her the rub. But I don't know. Maybe GFW would give her the belt and do the. I don't know where this is going. Obviously, and just the overall, it is a segment that made you think too much about stuff and where the possibilities could go. Then, like right into that, you had something to where it's gonna go right over the average wrestling fan's head. You had Chris Adonis come out, and last week I had to look this up too. Him and Eli Drake, they're walking out, and over there in the Pride victims thing for the nightclub shooting, the dedication seats, they had a whole bunch of, how can I say this politically correct, homosexual people and two homosexual people in general that caught the eye, not eye like that, but the eye of Eli Drake and Adonis were two guys from a new show called Swole Mates. And I had to look up the show, and I didn't see any trailers or anything, but I found out what Swole Mates are. Swole Mates are people that can either be in a romantic relationship or just a friendship relationship, and they bond by working out. And obviously, maybe I'm mistaken, but these two guys are homosexual, and they have a show coming out where they're probably going to be in love and bond over being swole or getting swole. So I guess I hate to say this too. I hope they aren't trying to brand the whole we're bringing in reality people and sticking them with Chris Adonis and Eli Drake, because that is a waste of Eli Drake's talent. But anyway, so Chris Adonis, we have to bring WWE back into this situation. What was he known for? He was known for having a great body and being the masterpiece. Years later, they're still in, even in the indies, he's enveloped that into his character, being a great guy in shape, the Adonis. Times have changed. I'm not saying out of shape. He still has he's still ripped, but compared to these swole mate guys, they have the body of Chris Adonis from then, plus a little bit more. So, in terms of a character, Chris Adonis would say, "Oh man, I don't like that. I'm supposed to be the Adonis. I'm supposed to be the masterpiece. Blah 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 blah." And these guys are trying to outshine me. I'm not gonna have it. I still got it. I'm still the man. Although they still are trying to incorporate this reality show stuff onto Impact. And then that swole mate stuff. It's a lot of stuff you have to think about with that. I mean, it's kind of like they're pushing for the Impact, for the network's bidding, but then you still have to bring in to make it sense with the character and who Chris Adonis is. And then, is it really into a swole mate versus Chris Adonis feud type of thing with Eli Drake? Is this where it's leading to? Because if they're just like hyping this up for like next week or just one time thing, it's just like, man, let's just shit on Eli Drake. It's pretty much how it kind of feels if they don't take this anywhere. Then you have the minis match between Octavio and Demon 666. Look, I'm not gonna lie, this match was meh. And I understand what people are saying. Like, I heard OTRS say, why would you put this match on TV? It did nothing, and with the new brand and everything, you want to try to get your own people over. Yeah, you do. But the partnership, bro, they just say, we're in the meeting. and everything like that with GFW, Jeff Jarrett, and all the other Noah and Crash and AAA and all that. How stupid would it be for Impact to say, look, we want to be on your guys' TV shows, your guys' house shows, and all that, but you can't be on our TV show? What? Noah, Crash, and all those people, they will walk the fuck out of the meeting. No, we don't have a working relationship. We need our guys on your TV show. And I don't care how you feel about Impact's ratings or anything like that. They still have a global influence that AAA, Noah, Crash, and all the other people that partner with want to have a piece of. They want their guys on the Impact show or the GFW Impact show. They want them on there. Why? Because they want the eyes of the Impact fans in the world on their product. Be like, oh, I kind of like that guy. Where does he wrestle like full time? Oh, he wrestles in Noah? Okay, let me check out Pro Wrestling Noah. And that's the partnership. Our guys come over here and on your TV show, and we get a little influence. And you guys come over there to Japan or Mexico, and people are like, oh, Moose. I like Moose. Where does he wrestle? Oh, he wrestled Impact? I might want to tune into that show or try to watch that or something like that. And that's how the partnership works. You just can't have a one-sided partnership where, oh, Impact guys are only on Noah, and Noah guys don't even think about catching a plane ride over here to the United States and being on our TV show. Yeah. But the match was whatever still. Then next you had, I think it was Marufuji versus. Oh yeah, you had the Grado shit. I guess this is another one where it's culturally relevant, where Grado is getting uh, deported. Thank you, Trump, and he has to find a wife to try to marry him so that he can stay in the state. And he's going around to all the knockouts to try to get them to go on a date with him so he could eventually marry them. But there's one thing that I kind of like saw out of place. He's asking all these knockouts, and most of them are Canadian, not naturally born American citizens, besides Sienna. And the one he eventually picks is Laura Van Ness after she has a match with Ava Story. Who cares about that match? I mean, it was decent because the Ava Story match with Laura Van Ness, it kind of showed that Laura Van Ness is like I said that like another time ago, but she's kind of regaining her bearings as far as not being crazy in the ring. She's pulling off at least some decent moves, but it's still the gears aren't fully turning, but at least they're rusting over a little bit in the ring. But anyway, he goes up to Laura Inez and says, "You want to have a date?" Blah 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 blah. She takes the whatever, and out comes Congo Kong, and like it's like the Congo Kong stuff. Is he her boyfriend, or is he like the protector? Like, can he talk? Like what? I don't know, but the problem I had with that is that Laura Van Ness is Canadian, so it wouldn't help Grado to marry her or date her because she's not a natural citizen of the United States. The only natural citizen is Sienna from Michigan, but you can't put her in the storyline because she just won the unified title, and she's a more serious character, so you can't throw her in there. So you have to have some kind of suspension of disbelief that, hey, if he marries Laura Van Ness, that the deportation people won't care or something like that. Yeah, or couldn't marry, but we don't know Nova Girl. We don't know her character or anything like that. So that would be kind of bad to put her in this storyline also. Anyway, you had Moose versus Mara Fuji in a excellent match. A lot of hard hitting stuff. EC3 on commentary, never said a word. I'm sorry. I'm like, as I'm new to this view, I'm like, I'm, I'm, I like skipping around on like the site I use to watch the show, and like I skip through the match. All of a sudden, there's this photo of Moose like I just put it on Twitter. I'm just gonna go and save that photo and then I'll put it up on Twitter. Like that's fucking too funny, bro. Like anyway, EC3 is on commentary, and right before Marufuji, I think he like kicks Moose in the back of the head and puts him in like a chokehold. He comes in the ring and hits Marufuji in the back of the head, and I guess that gets Marufuji off of TV for a while, you know, until they have to bring him back. And then it sets up a feud between Moose and EC3. EC3 looks to hit Moose with the bell, but Moose hits a pump kick, and yeah, it's not a bad feud. I'm looking forward to it. Moose and EC3 over the Impact Grand title. Doesn't seem like it's wrong. Then you have Trevor Lee. Now Trevor Lee has been, I want to say stripped, but his manager's been taken away or has left. And this is really the, how did I say this? This is the show improve time for Trevor Lee, because now he's going to have to talk for himself. And man, Trevor Lee, he killed it. Like, he has a little bit of comedy as a heel. And if you don't know Trevor Lee's character, he's the caveman. He's not supposed to be bright or intelligent as a heel. He's supposed to be a kind of stupid goon type of guy that you have to take seriously because of his strength in the S-Division that can be translated over to main event status. So Trevor Lee's on the mic. He is like, I'm gonna fight the S-Division champion, even though he stole the belt. And he's like, I brought in William Weiss, world-renowned jobber from blah 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 blah. And it's an honor to fight this guy. And look, referee, hey, you don't have to worry about taking this belt on my waist, because we got a lot of thieves around here, and I don't want this belt to come up missing. He beats William Weiss to death. He hits him with that like devastating double stump type of thing, and out comes Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt enters the ring, beats him up. The belt comes off. He tries to get the belt back, but Trevor Lee grabs the belt. He's like, "No, my belt. You're not gonna get it back." That was kind of funny. So Sanjay Dutt versus Trevor Lee. I'm all for it. The storyline is already pretty much entertaining me. The high potion. Love it. And, you have the Laura Van Ness match with Ava Story. Ava Story's fucking hot. Even though she doesn't have ass or anything like that, she has like really nice hips and everything like that. Anyway, I already talked about that right there. And you have Lashley and Alberto versus LAX. LAX get dominated until they sort of like use their gang tactics for a while. In the end, they outweigh the LAX tag team by like 150 pounds or so, and they end up winning. So it's not far fetched for them to win, but the whole purpose of LAX and how they win is using their gang tactics and the numbers to win matches most of the time. And it was just that Alberto and Lashley have more experience, and they were able to overcome LAX. And that's pretty much it. And like Lashley, he's like, I respect you, Alberto. Now I'm gone. I was expecting at least a spear out of Lashley, like out of nowhere, just like I have no friends, but it's just like, yo, we did good. I'm out this bitch. Peace, yo. So what is this setup? Like, is he just gonna get another rematch, or is it like is it set up for like a guy from LAX, like Homicide, to face Alberto? What's the whole storyline right here with this LAX Lashley Alberto thing? Who's the main guy that's going to be facing Alberto for the title in the future? Are we going to have Lashley join LAX and this is like a cover up? Or like, what is it? Where does Lashley go from here? Because obviously he's not really focusing on the title, because like Lashley's character is like, I have no friends, but he didn't hit the spear, or it's like he's trying to be more respectful. It, it's a lot of unanswered questions here. I mean, obviously Conan can't go up against Alberto because he's old, and Homicide. It seems like Homicide, he's just there for the sake of being there because he's had such a history of violence that it adds to the gang stuff. The two guys from LAX in the tag team, hell no, they can't face Alberto because look, it's not they're not on Alberto's level. That's not even possible. Um, so I guess we're still guessing to see where it goes from here. Anyway, like I said, empty cars. It was empty cars. You had to think about some stuff, and it just flew by. But that was Impact for, I mean, whatever, for this week. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.